Okay, today we're rating One Piece arcs of how likely you are to survive. Now, last long form video I made, which was 2 days ago, we ranked them on how good the arcs were, but now we're ranking each island on how likely you would be to survive. And this is not like after Luffy got there, like present day. This is when they were first shown in the story. So Romance Dawn, I'm just gonna say that this is Shell's Town and not Alvida ship. Shell's Town, when we first saw it, it was ruled by Captain Morgan. Now, this is in a world where Luffy doesn't end up saving them. So, I'm going to say... it is probably low slight threat. Orange Town, deadly, but pretty high deadly. Okay, let me just explain. So, Shell's Town. Captain Morgan, he's not the nicest guy. That's basically all I have to explain. I mean, it's very strict. You wouldn't want to be there. Orange Town, got the threat of Buggy. You could just one day, Buggy could shoot one of his buggy balls just into your house. Yeah, you're not gonna have a good time. Syrup Village, deadly. Captain Kuro was going to destroy the village, so this would probably be a lot higher than Syrup Village. Baratier, assuming Sanji is still there, I mean, you'd have probably maybe, I'm gonna change this, not to slight threat, but, normal or slight threat. This would probably be normal. Could we just, add another one? Is that possible? Okay. Let me edit that. Okay, I've edited this. Normal, slight threat, deadly. This might even be your cooked. You're cooked, you'd be tortured before you would get killed. Arlong Park, you're cooked. You're either going to be a slave or you're gonna have a terrible life, or you're just gonna get killed. Yeah, you're cooked. Jeez, I didn't realize how deadly the East Blue was. Log Town, right before the Grand Line. I'm pretty sure. This is before Reverse Mountain. Okay. Log Town. When we saw it in the story, it was under the jurisdiction of... jurisdiction. What's the word? Well, basically, it was being protected by Smoker and Tashigi. This is probably high normal because, I mean, you got the history and probably just be a really good life. I mean, you're not only protected by the Marines, but, there's not even very much of a threat around. Reverse Mountain, I mean, it's not slight threat, but you wouldn't want to live there. You would probably get a bunch of really cool stories from Crocus, and you'd hear about Laboon, and that would be cool. But, I mean, there's not much there. I'm gonna put it high slight threat, but that's just, okay. High slight threat, you don't want to live there, but it's fine. I'm not gonna edit the list again. It's fine now. Whiskey Peak. I mean, there's bounty hunters there. That's probably a bit of a threat. They hate pirates, which I don't think I would like. I mean, there's not much wrong with it. Oh, Baroque Works, though. Yeah, Baroque Works is there. I'm going to put it there, right above Romance Dawn. Little Garden. There's dinosaurs. I'm going to put it, like, really high deadly. Drum Island. When we first saw it, Wapol wasn't there yet. So we're not including Wapol in this. And if we're not including Wapol, I mean, it might be a bit cold, but I mean, probably better than the Baratier. There's a bit more of a threat than Logtown, though, so there. Alright, Alabasta. I don't want to be there. Yeah. I mean, like, I guess, you don't want to live there would probably be just, like, really low normal, not a slight threat, because it's, I mean, there's not really a threat. Whiskey Peak, I think I'll still put there. Alabasta, I guess Alabasta will probably be the highest on-site threat by the end of this. Jaya, I don't want to live there. This is good. I don't really have to explain when we were there, Bellamy, and, you know, people hate, not like, people don't believe in pirates, not in the sense, like, they don't think they exist, they just don't think that it's worth being a pirate, like, just, like, the dreams of pirates are over. It's basically how people think there. Skypiea is spelt wrong, right? That's not how you spell it. Well, I didn't make this list, so, I mean, well, I'm making the list, but, like, I didn't do this. Skypiea, Anel, he's really strict. Okay, yeah, that seems about right, because the people there are nice, and you got people that protect you, but they're under a pretty strict ruler. Long Ring, Long Land, Foxy, could get, like, your pet kidnapped at any point. There's definitely a threat. I think there's more of a threat than Bellamy would give you. And you wouldn't want to live there. Like, Jaya, you wouldn't want to live there. Like, not necessarily you'd want to live there, but, I mean, you'd be okay with living there. Long Ring, Long Land. It's the most boring place ever. Water 7, Paradise. I mean, sure, at the time, if Luffy didn't exist, Robin would still be in Alabasta, meaning that whole thing wouldn't happen. And even if it did happen, I mean, there's not really a threat. Yeah, Water 7 would be awesome. Enies Lobby, you wouldn't really live there. I guess people, like, and the Marines would live there. Okay. Assuming you're a Marine and you live there, which is the only way it would make sense, it would, I feel like it would be a pretty nice place to live. Like, probably, like, low end of normal. Well, like, it's not quite normal, but, I mean, yeah, it's probably on par with, like, Baratier and stuff. You would probably be treated well. Post Enies Lobby, that's just Water 7. Oh, but this is, like, Post Enies Lobby can only happen if Luffy exists. So we're just gonna say Water 7 Enies Lobby, just taking that into consideration, but Post Enies Lobby is special because it can only happen in Luffy's existence. Would it be any different? It probably wouldn't be any different. Yeah, I mean, Garp would show up when you live there, which is cool. Yeah. I mean, it's not like... Oh, Post Enies Lobby is, like, after Aqua Laguna, which is, I guess, technically slightly worse, but, I mean, they're the same. Okay. Thriller, Bark, uh, no. Probably Higher Cooked, because it's just the idea. It's probably lower than Arlong Park, yeah. Okay, Saba Odi, this is like underground dystopian, but I wouldn't call it dystopian. Like, the people there would still have a nice time. Saba Odi. I mean, as long as you're not a mermaid or anything like that, you'd probably be okay. Amazon Lily, okay. Amazon Lily, I'd put it, like, not paradise, like, high normal if you're a woman, but, like, if you're a man, yeah, these two are on par. Yeah, those two are about the same. No, like, yeah, Skypea, it's not even very deadly. It's just kind of strict, and it could be deadly. So that's probably going to be the highest this whole time. Amazon Lily, yeah, there's more of a threat if you're a man, so. Impel Down, you would be, if you live there, I'm not going to say you're a Marine for this one, because, like, Impel Down, the majority of people that live there are people who've committed crimes. Dystopian horror, I mean, it's meant to be a dystopian horror. Like, seriously, it's meant to be that. I don't even have to explain very much. Okay, the majority of people at Marineford are Marines. And probably pretty high up Marines, which would mean you would be treated better. Probably extremely high normal or low paradise. Low paradise is probably going to be here. I don't think there's a single arc after this where it would be paradise. Yeah, not really. Ooh, Egghead, though. Egghead? Yeah, wait. Let me wipe the dust off my screen. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Egghead, I'm not going to rank this yet, but that's probably a paradise. Post-war. Post-war is in Amazon Lily, but I feel like they would... Yeah, these posts can only... It's basically just, like... Okay, wait. Let me just rank Return to Saba Odi first. It's probably a bit better. Post-war, it's probably like... Ooh, wait. This would be a lot more welcoming to men. I'm gonna put it in paradise. Yeah, it would be extremely welcoming to men. Return to Saba Odi, there's not as much of, like, a slave threat. Fishman Island, paradise. Yeah. Yeah, like, people there, the people that live there, ooh, but this is, like, when we first saw it. I still don't think there's much of a threat. I mean, it's not, okay. It would probably be, like, right after the events of Fishman Island. I'm gonna put it, like, 4 men well, not just men, like humans, it would probably be about there. Alright. Punk Hazard. When we first saw it. There, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the weather sucks. I mean, it's like the worst thing ever. It's always like not 400, but like 150 at least degrees on one side, and the other it's like negative like 20. And there's no middle. And part of the lake in the middle is actually boiling. Like, that's not good. And then, like, Caesar, I mean, at the time, he wasn't going to do his thing, and if Luffy didn't exist, he wouldn't have to do it. Alright. So I feel like you'd be pretty okay there, yeah. I mean, the weather sucks. Caesar's probably not the best, but, I mean, he's okay. I put it, yeah, that seems about right. Dressrosa, at the time, oh, no, dystopian horror. Like, you have a way too high of a threat to get turned into a toy. Or you'll be forced to fight in a coliseum, or you're just like a normal person, but like what's happening around you is definitely dystopian, and some people would be living okay, but the stuff that's happening around them and the threat that it definitely has the threat level of dystopian, but it's like pretty high. Zoe, if you're a human and you're able to explain yourself, I think you might be okay, but it's probably like, should this even be deadly? I mean, there is a threat of deadly, but it's not that much. Zoe, it's probably very high deadly because, like, the only reason that Luffy was able to explain himself was because of Beppo and Carrot. Carrot, I still don't. If it wasn't for Beppo, I don't think Carrot would have been able to. Oh, but how Carrot convinced them, like. Yeah, okay, this moves it up a lot, because Carrot would be able to convince the guards. Probably about there. Whole cake. That seems about right, because, like, sure, you won't live as long, but you won't be, like, murdered. And as a person, she's actually not that bad. She's a little bit of a weird ruler. By weird, I mean, like, doesn't know how to rule a country. But, like, her goal, in all, I mean, it's not bad. She just wants all races to be equal. But I think her equal is probably a bit lower than it should be. Reverie. So, Reverie's in Marie Joie. If you live in Marie Joie, you're definitely a high government official. You're going to be treated like, you're going to be treated better than if you were in Water 7. So, I mean, the stuff that's happening around you, you would know about this dystopian stuff all around the world, but you yourself would be treated amazingly. Wano, at the time, ooh, no. I don't want to live there. I'll put it on a slightly below whole cake. Yeah, that is my list. My last video, got 3 comments, which I really like. It also got a lot more views than my long form videos usually get, which I like. And, yeah, just let me know in the comments if you want to see more of these long form videos. Also, give me ideas for videos, because I can't think of ideas. So, see you guys later, and bye-bye.